Hi, lovely people. So this is the Halloween edition. I thought because we can't really go trick-or-treating or do Halloween whatsoever, wherever, do a party, I thought I'd do a Facebook Live dressed up a bit for Halloween. So happy Halloween, everyone. Today, I want to talk a bit about the path of fear and nervousness for equestrians. My name is Nicole Weber and I help equestrians overcome their fear of riding their horse. Hello. So let me put it this way. Once you have experienced a certain nervousness when it comes to riding your horse, and maybe something bad has happened that triggered your fear, once you've experienced that and you notice that it's a downhill route from there, as in you are getting more afraid and more scared when it comes to yourself riding your horse, it typically goes even more downhill. So many equestrians have noticed once they've gotten afraid of riding their horse, it doesn't stop there. Sometimes they get afraid of other things as well. Sometimes it's like it starts with, your horse bolted when you were on a trail ride. So you are afraid of going on a trail ride with your horse, so instead you'd rather ride in the outdoor arena, or you'd do your riding in the indoor arena. It doesn't really matter. But after a couple of weeks, maybe you start noticing that not only can't you stomach the idea of going on a trail ride, you suddenly notice that you're also afraid to ride in the outdoor arena. And sometimes it doesn't stop there either. A couple of equestrians, well, not a couple, many of them, many equestrians notice that once they were too afraid to go on a trail ride or to ride outdoors, they also notice that they get afraid of a certain velocity, as in they can't canter anymore, or they even can trot. And it's quite typical that fear gets worse and worse and worse, and nervousness gets worse and worse. It's like a lucky incident when fear and nervousness suddenly stops, and for some people that happens, but for most of them it doesn't. So, not to say that you can't be helped, because you can, obviously. It is quite not so difficult to treat that fear and that nervousness. But what you need to know is you should start overcoming your fear rather sooner than later. Because if you have experienced that fear only like a couple of weeks or months, it's so much easier to treat it than when you've experienced it for many years and haven't even ridden for a couple of years and couldn't, stomach the idea of just mounting your horse. And I've treated many equestrians who had that same problem. So you shouldn't really wait too long. And the thing is that many ask themselves, yeah, but what shall I do? I cannot talk to anyone about it because they're other people at the barn and they laugh about me and they can't even understand why I am afraid. And well, let me tell you, you aren't alone, because there are so many professional equestrians out there who have the same problem as you do. There are so many professional equestrians who are so fearful and are afraid of riding different horses. So you are in good company. So don't let them tell you that you just have to do whatever and that you aren't a capable rider or anything, because that's just not true. Fear has nothing to do with being a capable rider or not. Fear is something different entirely and is based on something different also. So, of course, you can try on your own, but if you notice that your fear gets only worse and your nervousness gets only worse instead of better, you should definitely ask for help. And like I said, don't wait too long. Many equestrians think they should ask an instructor for help. And of course, that's a good idea, depending on what that instructor knows about fear and anxiety. Because typically, most instructors have no idea how it comes to being afraid of riding your horse and how to treat that fear. And since they aren't psychotherapists or, psychologists, they have no clue about how to treat that fear. So be very careful when you select an instructor, when you want to work on your fear and your nervousness of riding, because most of them aren't educated enough when it comes to that. Also, many hear about the approach of, just get it over with, just do it, and you'll notice that you have nothing to be afraid of. And of course, that can help. But the problem is that flooding, this is flooding, as in, you step into a situation you can't control and you can't get out of really. And at some point, your system notices, okay, that you're just gonna survive this. But the problem is that if you want to treat your anxiety with flooding, you have to prepare for that, or someone else has to prepare you for that. And that takes time. And like I said, most instructors or other equestrians or your best friend doesn't have a clue on how to treat anxiety and nervousness. So it's good if you have an instructor at your side who pushes you a bit and just gets you out of your comfort zone, but in baby steps. It should be mini baby steps you can make, because if you really get afraid another time and something bad happens, your fear will only increase, and that's exactly the opposite of what you want. So have an instructor with you, and of course let him or her help you, but in the scope of his or her training. And if you wanna overcome your fear of riding, there's many materials out there where you can get a couple of ideas what you can do, like learn different breathing techniques and how to get your cortisol levels under control and stuff like that. And if you think that you would rather have someone to get you through this and work one-on-one with you, I offer treatment for that, and I also do it online via Zoom. So just reach out to me if you want to work on it. So that's it already for the Halloween edition. I wish you a very spooky Saturday, and take care and have lots and lots of fun with your horse. Bye-bye.